Would you rather choose one of your siblings to survive or lose them both? I gotta know.
What kind of damn question is that? Babe, now I'm going to sound bad. I'm going to choose one to let go. I can't lose them both just because, I'm one of them, just one of them.
Okay, just one of them, right? All right.
Oh, we all got to die together, okay? I don't know if I could choose between siblings, honestly.
Really?
Tell me if you like it when I kiss on your lips. Guide you through the valley of an ocean. Make you breathe in slow motion. Read your mind and come explore the galaxy. Have a little taste of my gravy.
What's good, y'all? I'm your host, Asia.
And I'm your host, BJ. And this is Extra Script. Y'all, welcome to Asia and BJ's world.
Welcome in, y'all.
Come on into the building. We about to talk that talk today. Shout out to everybody in the building that's pulling up. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes from Asia and BJ.
So make sure y'all stay tapped in throughout this entire episode, y'all. We got a juicy red room spicy confession today. Oh, wait.
All right. Would you rather have no air conditioning or no heating?
Oh, gosh. I'd rather have no heat.
Would you rather take a pay cut or be fired?
A pay cut.
I'd rather take the pay cut.
At least I'm going to have a job.
Would you rather have an arranged marriage or spend the rest of your life single?
Spend the rest of my life single.
Okay, so ain't nobody gonna put you together, huh?
No.
Okay. Would you rather be able to dress in designer clothes or buy everything you want at a discount store?
Buy everything I want at a discount store.
Right.
You can put some cute stuff together with some cheap clothes, okay? I don't care what nobody say. I don't need no designer stuff to look cute. And I can put it together and look designer.
Hey.
With the discount.
Hey, that's saying something.
Just saying.
Would you rather have disappointing sex every night for a full year or have great sex for one night?
God. Great sex for one night. Because I don't want to keep on being let down and be like, I don't even want to do this every night.
For 365 days?
No.
Would you rather be allergic to chocolate or be allergic to bread?
I'd rather be, man.
Don't forget about those rolls with the...
Oh. I'd rather be allergic to chocolate.
Really? I thought you were going to say bread.
I almost did. I can't really choose. That's hard.
So you got it, but you got to have your chocolate. You got to have your guilty pleasure.
Chocolate is my guilty pleasure for sure. Okay,
and you were just saturated in all chocolate.
If there was something to just cheat with, it would be chocolate, y'all. Okay,
chocolate, I'm telling you, Asia love her some chocolate. It don't even matter what kind.
Oh, some melted milk chocolate.
It can be Nestle, Godiva.
Yes. It doesn't even matter. Okay. Yeah. Why am I sitting here having this whole fantasy about chocolate in my head, y'all? I love me some chocolate.
Let me take a bite out of that.
Okay.
Out of that Kit Kat bar.
You always trying to say you always trying to go too far with things.
Let me get a bite of that Kit Kat bar.
Babe. You see, we trying. You said we was trying to keep things PG today.
No, I said we're gonna talk that talk today.
We was lying, huh?
We was lying.
Okay.
We was lying. But wow, a couple of those you surprised me with.
Really?
I learned something about you today. We need to get into like Jada and Will. There's been some people chiming in, especially a lot of married couples been asking us, what do we think about Jada and Will?
I
Will
think
and
it's
Jada?
Bizarre. Their relationship is so crazy to me. It's just, they have like, to put it in one word, if there was just one word I would use, I would say it's weird.
Or can't make up your mind what you want to do.
Yeah, it's like 1 minute, I'm
what y'all gonna do?
To say that I get so confused, like listening and watching a couple like that is like beyond me. I can't understand. Like maybe because I don't really keep up with them like that, but then every time I catch like a whiff of something that's going on with them, it's like, wait, what?
What was that?
What happened now?
Right. It's always kind of shocking too. Like when you hear like headlines, you be like, "What did?"
Wait, explain.
What did they kid? What did Willow say? What did Willow do?
Yeah, Yeah.
What did Jaden like all of them?
How did she get into an entanglement now? What did Will say about this now?
Right.
Okay.
I think that's where it started because I felt like they always kind of kept, their marriage and what they did kind of private for the most part.
Yeah.
I think when you start seeing the chinks in the armor was, like you said, with the entanglement with August Alsina.
Yeah, but that's when I feel like it started kind of like really kind of putting their relationship on display was when he popped out. Because I really thought he was lying for real. At first, I didn't think he was really serious. He was really serious until I watched him tell the story and talk about it in an interview. I was like, that man is dead ass serious.
Because I believe Jada. Jada, I believed you. When you said I did not have an entanglement, it almost took me back to Bill Clinton when he said I did not have sexual relationships with that woman.
Yeah.
So, Jada, I believed you. You've been my crush since I was a child.
She is not looking for you.
She was my childhood celebrity crush.
How did we get on to that? Like, I thought we were talking about Will and Jada.
I'm just saying I had a lot of faith. I had a lot of trust in her word and what she said.
Okay. And then you turned it into about you.
Yeah, I had just a flashback.
Okay, I need you to get it together and focus.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
But yeah, like you said, the whole entanglement, yeah, like threw me off too. Because like I said, I believe Jada when she said that she didn't, and then when she kind of retracted and backtracked on that.
Wait, did she say that she did it?
Initially, she said that she didn't.
Oh, because when I saw the interview with August, I was like, okay, why would he get up here and lie about something like that? Like, especially the way that he explained it. That man was in love.
And he said he was going over to the house, like, dapping Will up.
No,
like,
man.
Yeah, like, facts. Like, Will knew about it,
That's weird to me.
It is. I feel like it is because I feel like if we're going to be together, we're going to be together.
What would you is that like considered an open relationship though? Like, is that what open is? Open.
Oh, I mean, hey.
Is that like the means of having an open relationship?
Definitely.
I guess you have to have some type of understanding in between, like a mutual agreement between the two of them that they were both willing to do something like that. I don't know. Like, what else would it be?
And from my understanding, that's pretty much what it was. It was like, you do what you do, I do what I do.
Well, how come we don't hear anything about Will?
We still, maybe them, what is it called? Non-disclosure?
Well, who's his entanglement partner?
He got a good lawyer. I'm pretty sure he get somebody to sign something where they can't say nothing.
No, I need to know who his entanglement partner is, because you don't hear nothing about Will.
I think I heard that he was, but it just never really, it never really like sprouted to anything. But yeah, I'm sure he kind of like did his own thing too. But you just never heard anything about. But yeah, I guess they call it what, a non-disclosure agreement?
NDA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you get them types of things, nobody gonna say anything. It's like a gag order.
Stay quiet.
Stay quiet.
I don't know.
If you don't know, I won't tell.
Yeah, but then when that whole thing happened with Chris Rock and Will at whatever award show that was, like, I read that Jada was saying that she was surprised that Will had even referred to her as his wife. Like,
I know. I'm just like that literally got me like scratching my head because when it happened, I was like, okay, that's a black man up there defending his wife.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I was like. I was like, and any man's going to want to defend their wife when somebody else is talking, even if you joking, even if y'all up there roasting people. But you think
Jada got that effect though? Like she got Will up there going crazy.
I think she got him whipped.
I wouldn't put that
to
past
a degree,
her, but just by her personality, like I do like Jada. I really do like Jada. Like listening to her Red Table Talks and stuff like that, like she makes a lot of good points and stuff like that. But like when it comes to the relationship stuff, I'm like, I don't understand.
What the hell are y'all doing?
I don't understand.
Because she said that he hadn't called her wife, or they kind of been separated since 2016.
Right.
So when he got up there and said, my effing wife,
yeah, it
was like, and then she said that, I'm like, well, what's going on?
I mean,
like,
I kind of feel like in a way, like it kind of left him, because if he wouldn't have said anything and maybe he was roasting his wife or whoever, his significant, the mother of his children, like I feel like his defense mechanism just kicked in Just more so like, you're not going to talk about her like that. And maybe he felt different about what was happening in that moment. I don't know. We already talked about this
It
before.
is sensitive too because she does have alopecia.
Yeah.
Now
so
and he made a joke. What was it like? G.I.
it was a G.I. Jane joke or something like that. Yeah. So I do feel to some degree like he was defending her, but
To the
at
highest
same
degree.
time, yeah. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, if you not even claiming me to be your husband and you surprised that I'm referring to you as my wife, then what am I doing?
And she said she was surprised by everything that he did. She thought that it was like an act. She thought it might have been like a little comedic skit that they did because she didn't even think that he had made contact when he slapped him. So if she was kind of confused at it, just all the way around.
Girl, he definitely made contact. You heard the smack effect.
You heard the contact.
It was definitely a smack effect, okay?
Yeah, it was for sure. And I don't know what was going on with Will at that moment. I don't know. Maybe he was defending her. Maybe it had to do with some, past trauma, like some past issues that he had with Jada, and he just snapped at the snap of a finger.
Maybe
he thought about Tupac at that moment and just got mad. He might have thought about Tupac at that moment.
I can't with you, babe. What? How you gonna bring Tupac into this? Okay,
because
Tupac been gone for I don't know how long.
Because Jada brought up Tupac.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna bring up Tupac.
Okay.
But I really feel like he had like some real like a lot of aggression, a lot of like frustration built up in him, and it just exploded at that moment. It could have been like a lot of things that Will and Jada been going through.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock just put like the cherry on the top of the sundae.
Maybe.
And that just did it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess all that to say, like, she's releasing this book that's about to come out, so I think there's a lot of things that maybe she'll really put out into the forefront for people to really understand, like, their relationship, because it's not meant for everybody to understand. And clearly, the only thing I just hate about what it is that they're doing is that it's on public display. For everybody to judge it, everybody to say their
chime
piece
in,
and
give their opinion,
say what they think,
like
just like
we doing
we are
right now.
just like we doing right now. But it's like, man, it kind of sucks because if you think about it, like Will and Jada has always been, I feel like, to some before all of this chaos was a part of it. Like, I feel like a lot of people probably looked at them as like a black power couple, a Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Like Will and Jada were all of that and some, like back in the day.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it or what to think of it. I don't know how they're still together if they've been separated since 2016. I ain't got time. I got other things to do. I'm not finna hold on to you for no 7 years. 6, whatever the hell it is. I'm not. You can go. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And I feel you on that. But when they don't have a prenup.
But
I got you. And they have children, and they have so many other things. They got
grown ass kids. They all grown ass kids too.
And then they got to pass. So I feel like sometimes it just gets complicated.
What's Okay, maybe
for them it's complicated.
Maybe you're right.
For them, it's just a complicated thing. For them, probably trying to move on past each other because how much time they've invested in it. And I don't know what Jada said. She said something in regards to like she champions a bad marriage or something like that. I don't know how she worded it per se because she's been releasing a lot of like excerpts from the memoir and kind of like revealing and kind of like bringing you into like what's been going on with them over the past 8-9 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was even saying that they tried counseling. They pretty much like are like marriage counsel dropouts. Counseling dropouts.
But that brings me to my point. Then what are they holding on to? Like, if it's not gonna work, then stop wasting your time. Like, because that's exactly what it is that you're doing. Other than just saying we're married to say that we're married. Like, they both are. successful people. They
Right.
can both sustain a living on their own. So
But I think that's what they've been
what are we
doing.
waiting for?
Yeah, and they've been living like separate lives, like living in two different homes. But I guess they just not ready to be like make it official and be like, I'm done and I'm done. They just leaving that door open for each other, and I guess they're not looking for anything else out there. They're just like,
I just feel like when you do stuff
and
like
they in
that,
their 50s, so
yeah, but
you
you
know,
holding on. Like, when are they going to be able to heal from anything if all they're doing is holding on to each other?
Yeah.
Like somebody that you really don't even want to be with, like seriously, for real.
But
like,
I think
that time is come and gone. That ship is sailed.
Yeah, but I think that's what the other entanglement is, as far as like really like being able to let each other go. And they even said some things in regards to like them both trying to heal together, or like healing through it and trying to get to where she feel like they could actually like live together again. So like I said, to each his own, but like you said, when you put your business out there, it opens you up to like public opinion for people to like to judge you and judge your relationship, and then
Yeah.
judge what you doing, what you not doing, what you should be doing, those types of things. But I feel like you too, like it's like, what are y'all waiting for? What is the decision? Are
Yeah.
y'all gonna be together or y'all not? It just seems like they in a real like complicated space with each other, and nobody knows what they're going through other than them.
Yeah, and maybe they have other ties too, like in terms of like their businesses. I'm sure they got businesses together. They have, real estate
things
together.
with the kids together,
right?
like everything
So there's a lot of ties to just saying, okay, like legalities, I should say. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Brittany Spears has been making the headlines lately with her memoir that's going to be dropping out on October the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. October 24th. Brittany Spears reveals that she had an unaliving while dating Justin Timberlake in her new memoir. This is supposed to be like her tell-all book. Justin Timberlake.
I'm sorry, y'all. With Justin?
Yeah.
No way.
I can't even
Do
believe
you know how
that.
long ago that was? That's
They
like
dated?
20. That's like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been over that actually. But let me read you this really quick article, y'all. This is from USA Today.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Brittany Spears is opening up in a new interview, her first in years, about her anticipated tell-all and becoming her own woman after being freed from her 13-year conservatorship. The pop star's anticipated new memoir, The Woman in Me, is set to debut on October the 24th. And excerpts from the book were released on Tuesday via People. In a shocking revelation, Spears, who's 41, claimed in her memoir that she became pregnant during her relationship with Justin Timberlake and had an unaliving. I think y'all know the word. Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young, she wrote, according to the outlet. But I don't know. I almost feel like perhaps because at that time that Justin and Brittany were dating, when was that? That was
Yeah, back. How long ago was that? As far as like when they dated, because it had to be when he was with NSYNC, right?
yeah, I think she was still with NSYNC, but they were dating back in, I want to say 1999 to 2002.
So 3 years. That sounds pretty close. If I think back, that's pretty close. 99,
That sounds about
2002.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is. Spears and Timberlake dated from 1999 until 2002 in their early adult years. So yeah,
That sounds about right.
mm-hmm.
But yo, I just be like, I'm never like a prisoner of the moment. And for me, it's just like when people come out with these tell-all books and it be things that like transpire like years and years ago, decades ago, it'd be hard for me to just like to stomach it or to believe it, because you have so many people that come out and they want to make their books salacious, so they kind of embellish a little bit, and they get with writers that kind of like I said, embellish and maybe add a little, put a little sauce on it, because they may make allegations about a certain person in their tell-all book,
Yeah.
and then that other person's like, no, that ain't it. That's not even what really happened.
You think though, like she would make something up like that?
Because don't know.
You got to think like coming out of the conservatorship too. Like at that time, like Brittany's always been one that's been very highlighted in like the paparazzi. She's always been in like the highlight of like social media, like her. So even now, like even after the conservatorship, like. I mean, things are going crazy on the internet about Brittany Spears right
I'm glad
now,
you brought that up about the
longest.
conservatorship. I completely forgot about that.
I did too.
The conservatorship.
Kind of, but I follow Brittany on Instagram just because I kind of went down this whole rabbit hole of things that people were saying about her. And I came across this on like social media one day and people were like, they didn't even know if Brittany was even really alive. And I'm like, what? Like, surely we would know. But like if you go to her Instagram and you look at Brittany's Instagram, it's just, oh my gosh.
It's disturbing.
I have to say that I'm concerned. Like I would legit like to go and walk up to her door and just be like, are you okay? Like, are you okay?
Are you good?
But you think like somebody that's been like tied up and wrapped up in a conservatorship like that, and the way that she described it made it almost sound like she was just imprisoned, you know? And probably like that in her head too. So for her to be able to come out and finally be able to speak on stuff like this is really, freeing for her. Like she might have had to hold on to this stuff because she didn't have a choice. Like
I got you.
There wasn't an option for her to go and talk about stuff like this out in the public because she wasn't allowed to. Like she wasn't allowed to do a whole lot of things for herself.
Yeah, when you put that context on it, then I can kind of understand that.
Yeah.
As far as like you said with the conservatorship, she probably couldn't speak about a lot of things, right?
She couldn't talk about a lot, like on her own and discuss anything, like everything. You literally tell like somebody to drive you, somebody to your medicine, what you can eat, when you can leave, like everything.
So it was like scheduled like that, like where somebody really pretty much ran her life.
Yes, that's how it worked. Like they literally ran her life for her, like in terms of dance rehearsals, things that she could do, like. Even from her concerts, when she didn't want to dance, like she was made to dance. Like when she was tired of dancing, like they would, it's so sad, to even go down that road. It's sad.
And that was put in place by like her family, like her father.
Her father.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot, but I mean, I've read like bits and pieces over the years, but not enough to completely understand it. So I'm glad that you kind of like adding that context onto it.
Yeah, but like when you look at it, like her Instagram and stuff, and you start seeing like now, I don't even think that there's any way that you can comment on the videos that she posts anymore.
So they just cut the comments off.
Yeah, because there were so many things on there where I was like, what the heck is going on? Like even I was like, I found myself consumed in actually really trying to find out like what was going on with her for a while, and then I had to pull myself away from it because I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Like I said, I never really like caught wind of all of it.
It's insane. You see all her dancing videos of her twirling on Instagram?
That's what I'm saying. I never caught wind of everything that was going on, but I saw like bits and pieces of some of those videos.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, she dancing in her underwear and boots.
Yeah.
And she like, and it's like she's not really saying anything, right?
She doesn't
She's just
say
dancing.
anything. She's just dancing. But that's why
I mean,
you can go back to all the way the time that she was with Justin Timberlake at that time, and I mean, if you really think about it, it's like maybe there was some things that really transpired in her life that really kind of pushed her over the edge. You know how you meet somebody or you with somebody and somebody might, pass away or they just don't want to be with you. And then that person is like stuck. It's like they're not the same person that they were.
Kind of like you kind of get crushed.
Yeah. Like.
And it just kind of like transform you into somebody else.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might transform you into like making bad decisions with other men and jumping into relationships too fast because you feel like you need something. You need something to replace that void.
Yeah. Remember when she got on stage and she like half-ass performed and then...
I kind of do a little bit. I remember the headline. You literally
could tell like, because everybody knows Brittany can dance her ass off. We know this. She's a performer. She's an entertainer. Like that time she got up there...
innocent.
That time she got up there and she did that whole half-ass performance. Like that's when I felt like, when I saw her do that, I was like, yeah, there's something. Kind
of felt like she losing it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not necessarily losing it, but it's just other things that's going on.
Well, I knew there was something wrong with her.
Okay.
Yeah, like that she was dancing like that. And then I think She ended up telling the story behind that. Like she was doing it on purpose.
To half-ass to kind of show them like, y'all not going to, y'all want to make me dance? Y'all want to make me practice? Okay,
Right.
I'm going to go on here and give you like a half-ass, piss-poor job of a performance.
On live TV. And
Wow.
that's what she did, you know?
Yeah,
But-
and then she got to take the brunt of the blame for it.
Yeah.
Because she's the actor, not the actor, but she's the artist.
The entertainer.
The
everything.
entertainer. But, you don't know what's going on in people's like personal lives, what's going on behind the scenes, backstage.
Right.
So, and just like you said, giving more context on like what she's been going through with the conservatorship, kind of like it puts it into perspective for me to get a better understanding of why she is the way that she is a little bit, because I thought she fell off the map for a minute. Like when she came back, I thought she was like a clone Brittany or something. Like it seemed like she just came out of nowhere. It was almost like she was like hidden, like she was hidden from the world or something.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
Yeah, but now that she's out of this, like, and if you think back at during those dates, if you think about it, if that was 2002, like 13 years would have been right at the start of when that conservatorship would have happened for her breaking up with Justin up until last year. So this whole time she's been in this little cage, been
in this agreement where you can't move without somebody telling you to.
Where she can't do nothing. She couldn't do anything like on her own.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like it's almost like somebody's telling you how to live every day.
And
what time you wake up.
And you're an adult, like a full grown, got all your senses.
I'm just curious because there's so many mixed opinions. I'm curious. Y'all chime in on Brittany Spears and let me know what y'all think about it. Because some people are like, she shouldn't have got out of that because clearly there's something
what
wrong.
Are seeing.
Yeah. And then others are like, no, that they probably messed her up, and that's really probably what's really for real wrong with her at this point.
And she's still going through it.
Yeah,
right now.
her mentality is
or
just
trying to come
gone.
out of it.
Like psychologically, wouldn't you be messed up if somebody ran your life like that? Telling you and then stuffing pills down your throat and making you take medications and when you can rehearse and how long you have to rehearse and when
like taking prescribed medicine.
Oh yes, on some real crazy shit.
So they were prescribing her stuff, and
yes.
so basically having like nurses come in and like watching you. You know how they do in the psych ward.
Yes.
Like no. You got to take all of that, Robert.
Like stuff
all
like,
three of those.
I don't know what she named what they were. I can't remember the names of them, but it was medications that like psychologically was messing with her. Like some stuff would make her feel out of it.
Yeah.
And too bad. Like it was just, I'm like, who?
That's a whole nother level because I didn't hear about. I don't know about all that stuff.
Yeah, she told all of this when she was in front of the judge. It was crazy, babe. You got to go back and look. See, you don't know.
Wow.
I went down this whole rabbit hole. Like she told the judge all this thing when she was pleading for her to get herself to get out of this conservatorship. Like she really kind of went into detail on things that, like
what they were doing
to her, and why she felt like she needed to get out of it, and all these things and stuff she was saying was like, what?
Mm-hmm. Because for the longest, everybody was saying that she was crazy.
She's not crazy. I definitely think she was taken advantage of, like in the worst way, from her own family.
Even from the start. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, please just take the Instagram, take the phone away from her, so she don't get on there and start doing all that dancing.
See, that's what's wrong. She can't even express herself. And here you are.
Okay. Babe, I don't want to see somebody 41 years old dancing in their underwear and boots, and cowboy boots.
Okay, see y'all. Okay, next. Let's go to the next segment. So I'm going to get into this confession, y'all.
Let's go.
So shout out to Anonymous, y'all. If y'all want to send us a confession, if y'all have questions, anything y'all want to talk about or discuss without any unbiased opinions, y'all can go to our website at www.AsiaandBJ.com and fill out the form, send it over, y'all. We'll take a look at it, y'all. Please send us details and information, so we're not trying to put together like a loophole of a story because we just get a little piece of whatever you want to tell us. But shout out to Anonymous for this, y'all. If y'all have sent us anonymous confessions, just know, y'all, that we have so many to go through, and we only do one per episode of a show. So just to say that, y'all, we are combing through them as they come through. But if we have not read yours, it doesn't mean that we're not going to get to it. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Okay. So Be patient with us, okay? But we appreciate y'all participating and showing us love and wanting to be a part of this and all that kind of stuff, y'all. Okay, showing us major love. Y'all the real MVPs. I'm just saying, okay?
Yeah,
And
I'm ready
fam
for this.
strong.
I'm ready for this confession. This is gonna be one of the best parts of this podcast today.
I always look forward, y'all. Confessions are so fun to me. Okay, here we go, y'all.
Okay.
So here, this one is titled "Kiss and Tell." Kissing and telling. Dun dun dun.
There's some people guilty of that.
Yeah, right. Thank you for answering my question. I'm just happy that you are allowing a platform and helping us in the community get answers. Oftentimes, people feel like they have problems or situations and they are going through these problems alone. So hearing others confess what's going on with them has inspired me to write you guys. So thank you so much. Shout out to you, Anonymous. My name is Lyric. I'm a 38-year-old female, and I am married to my husband, Sydney, who's 36. We have been married for the better half of 9 years. We do have 2 children together. Here's my problem. My husband and I have very exquisite, or most people would say kinky, type of sex lives. Him and I have really devoted our sex lives to keeping things interesting and spicy in the bedroom. Let's just say we have experienced everything that you probably can put or place your imagination to when it comes to trying new things. If you can think of it, we've probably tried it. Ooh. Baby. Okay.
Oh, they putting it out there like that.
Look at you licking your lips and everything.
We probably done tried it. Okay.
Dang, okay. And if I'm being honest, it has ultimately given our marriage a solid foundation. And to this day, we still can hardly keep our hands off of each other. Oftentimes, we have allowed other people into our bedroom and recorded it as a keepsake with their permission, of course, for our own collection. Both Sydney and I typically hang out with some of the same friends because of the things that we are into. So discussing things that we have tried or attempted in the bedroom with those friends have never been a problem in the past. In fact, we enjoy it because it's how we intermingle ideas amongst each other to try with our other halves. About a week ago, Sydney was taking a shower. I noticed that his phone kept vibrating, not where the phone was ringing, but I could tell he was getting text messages back to back constantly. My curiosity began to kick in overdrive, and I couldn't help myself. I had to check his phone to see why it was going off so much. This wasn't the first time I've ever checked his phone, or he has checked mine, but it has never been an issue when we use each other's phone in the past, so I really wasn't expecting to find what I saw. He had a group text going in his phone with about 7 or 8 of his buddies that I do know he is friends with and has been friends with for years outside of our mutual regulars, I would call them. So this came as a huge surprise to me that he was talking about the sex we've had amongst ourselves and others to his group of guy friends whom we don't discuss those things with. He shared very intimate details with them and also shared multiple video clips. I'm a little hurt that he would spread my personal business for his exclusive friends to watch or converse with, clearly showing videos and pictures of not just me, but our mutual friend group as well without anyone's consent. We are all grown here, and because we do live the lifestyle that we do, I normally wouldn't think about being so troubled about things like this or bothered by it, to say the least. I really don't know what to think of it. I'm pissed because a little of me feels embarrassed, offended, betrayed, and hurt that he would do that behind my back. Is it okay to kiss and tell? When is it okay to kiss and tell? And do you believe in telling others what goes on in your bedroom, swinging or not, when you are married or in a relationship? What are your thoughts? Am I overthinking this, or do you think this would be normal behavior of anyone in a relationship? Signed, Anonymous.
Wow. Why would you be offended, though? My question would be, why would you be offended when I feel like you've already opened up Pandora's box like a long time ago? You know, you opened up Pandora's box to, you know, a group of people that you feel comfortable with to discuss these types of things and to, you know, to act upon some of these things too, as far as like sex and exchanging partners and sexual ideas. So my thing is like, why would you be surprised that he wouldn't go to somebody else and and start showing pictures or start talking about
Videos.
everything that he's doing when you guys already kind of made that open as far as y'all arrangement, as far as y'all marriage, bringing other people in and discussing it. You already opened up that Pandora's box. So it's like, it's always going to be like some type of consequence coming behind some of those types of things, because swinging and being married, a marriage should be more of like a more of an intimate, more of something that's just between, two people, a union between two people. And when you start fracturing that and start bringing other people in and other personalities into it, you just don't know what's going down that rabbit hole. Once you go down it, you never know what you're going to expect.
Yeah, and I feel like it's definitely a slippery slope when you put it into like that perspective, because there's two parts to this. One is that you're already in a friend group, a regular friend group, that y'all are exchanging these ideas and swapping and switching and all of these other things already, and videos and all, like,
That sounds like a sexual position.
it sounds like a lot, right? Like
Swapping and switching.
yeah. Swapping, switching, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, well, it's okay when you do it with those people, but what makes you think that he wouldn't go and talk to anybody else outside of those regular mutual friends that y'all have? If it's okay to discuss that with them and share pictures with them and videos, and because I'm sure if y'all got them, then they got them.
And it seemed like it's making it okay for him to go out and talk to the homies and talk to the homie friends.
Yeah, but not only
about
that,
it.
but if my imagination, it just runs wild with, if you can think about anything that we've done, then I'm thinking internet. Like, this is stuff that y'all do, like that other people who don't know y'all at all that are already watching this kind of stuff take place and go on. So to me, it's kind of like you hitting them with a double standard in a sense. Like, you can't tell these people, but these random people that don't know anything about us, don't even know our names, can find us anywhere and watch this. So what is the difference, in my opinion?
Or better yet, you just opening up all of this information to people that shouldn't be in your business like that.
Right.
I feel like it. Even if they like the homies and like they like your day ones per se, like real close friends, I just feel like you crossing that line, you crossing a boundary when it comes to like your marriage, to your significant other. And even with what they're doing and the acts that they're engaging in, it makes so many gray areas in your relationship, because now everything is so open and wide open and exposed, and I feel like some things should just be left to just you and her. Or her and him.
Right. But the fact that they're already like, I mean, I don't know necessarily if you would call it kissing and telling, though, if I'm being completely honest, especially if.
Is it though?
How can it be? I mean, why would it be labeled kissing and telling if y'all are already at the table talking about what y'all did with each other, with other people, to tell them what y'all did with each other so that they can try it? And to me, y'all kissing and telling everything
and
together.
Y'all already got an open kissing and telling arrangement, and y'all don't even know y'all kissing and telling. Y'all already doing it.
Right. So it's like, what is it that's sacred about what it is that y'all are doing in particular? Then it's not really like they're finding out. I think it's just the fact that you are seeing this for the very first time and you didn't think that he would do something like that. But maybe, if anything, like maybe, a conversation should have been had prior to that. He was going to bring that up and say, hey, I want to show my friends X, Y, and Z, and I want to do this. But it's like, why does he have to ask if people can already access this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying.
So
I hear exactly what you're saying.
I mean that in the most respectful way. I'm just saying, I don't know how he cannot tell if the information and the proof is already out there to be told by itself.
I think that they would have to have like a really, really detailed conversation about who can know about it and who can't know about it. Maybe they didn't have that conversation and it just got out of hand, because especially if you're engaging in swinging, if you're engaging in like any type of like open sexual experiences with other people and other couples, before y'all venture out and do that, or when you guys are starting to experience that, y'all need to start sitting down and start like setting certain types of boundaries as far as like who we can tell, who we not gonna tell, who's gonna be told this type of information, like the boundaries. Maybe a boundary wasn't set. If that boundary was set, I don't think he would go to the homies and tell like 7 or 8 dudes. Thinking about like me from my own perspective too, and us, like I could never go around my homies and my homeboys, like 7 or 8 of them, and just talk about like what we do in the bedroom.
I know.
I just like, it's just not in me. Tell people that so they could have like a image in their head about what you got going on, or better yet, showing them videos.
Yeah, I think also like girlfriends, right? Like everybody's probably guilty at one point or another in life, okay? Regardless of what age you were, that you did something sexual with somebody and you went and told the homie, okay? And once you told them and you told them how good he was, because that's really all you want to tell them, okay? Because everything else is like, everybody knows what.
It's just water under the bridge after that.
What goes into the act of like sex. I mean, it is what it is, right? So it's like, you don't have to sit there and give details, but you were excited about how good it was, how excited you got, and so forth, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, once you said it, it's like the next time you come and say it, it's like, okay, they not asking you questions. They don't care to know. They don't want to indulge in what you did, every little bit of activity that took place. Like the average person doesn't care. To hear it, you know what I mean?
Or at least like, over and over again.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like maybe it could have been like a surprise that you seen him doing something like that for the very first time with people that y'all aren't mutually friends with. But this probably isn't the first time that he's done that, because in my opinion, I feel like even to say that, not even him, but the friends, like you don't know what they doing every day at home, like that they sharing with their friends.
Exactly. And
these videos and these keepsakes that y'all have and
they
y'all
got
made.
proof. They got the text messages.
Right. So to me, I'm like, I don't think you have a reason to be mad. I think maybe you taken back a little bit by surprise that he was telling somebody. I don't trust people enough to give them like to be sharing like that type of intimacy information or keepsakes for perhaps no telling where they got your face plastered at. And you have to worry about a lot other than him just telling his friends. You know, what about your kids' friends?
Finding it out some
your
kind of way.
kids' friends' parents, you know, like that stuff is what I would be more concerned about rather than like what my husband, like, you know, because other than that, I'm just like, now it would be different. I feel like it's a completely different story of like, if we talking about somebody that does just like, there is nobody else. It's me and you on the phone showing videos and stuff like that to your homies and stuff.
Yes.
I'm going to lose my shit. Like, that's a whole different ball game.
It's over.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like there's no coming back for that.
Yeah.
You can't come back from that.
Like, that's to me, like, that would be a complete form of disrespect, like, to the highest degree. Because he out there showing all your business, all your things that you want to keep private and should stay in a bedroom to everybody else so that they can see it and share it and everything else that goes with that, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see what her question was. She said, when is it okay to kiss and tell? Is it okay to kiss and tell? Do you believe in telling others what goes on in your bedroom, swinging or not, when you are married in a relationship? And what are your thoughts? Am I overthinking this, or do you think that this would be normal behavior for anyone in a relationship? Okay. I definitely don't think that it's normal behavior. No, I don't. I don't think that... I mean,
it's 2023.
The bigger category of the people who are not like that in particular don't share that information. Like they just don't, you know, so that's my answer.
Yeah.
I hope you don't leave. You know,
I'm right there with you, man. We're gonna keep it 100. We gonna keep it a buck.
That's just my thought. That's just my opinion. The good thing about it is that they're anonymous, so they never have to say who they are. Nobody has to know, you know.
And I'm right there with you. I just feel like once you really like make that vow to make somebody your husband or your wife, I feel like there's just lines that you don't cross. There's just boundaries that you just not gonna step over.
Yeah, and that's
at the end of the day, like point blank, period.
Right, exactly. So there it is, y'all. Like, dang, y'all chime in and let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section. Like, maybe somebody out there is like anonymous, and they here for it, okay? And y'all you can understand.
Y'all let us know when it's okay to kiss and tell, or if it is even okay. It's gonna be some people out there chiming in saying that, I had to kiss and tell when we broke up because she my ex now.
No. No. Don't do that either. I'm just saying, y'all. Dang. Okay. Is it okay to stay in a relationship if you are no longer in love with your partner?
Your partner. Ooh, that's a very deep, open-ended question.
And this goes back to like the whole Will and Jada thing. So I'm like, you can love somebody, but if
Wow.
you're not in love with them, are you gonna stay in relationship with them because you love them, or you gonna stick around because you just love them, or
Yeah.
would you stick around because you're not in love with them?
I feel like for me, what we talk, just listening to like Jada's explanation about their relationship, and then just thinking about our relationship, and just thinking about relationships in general,
Yeah.
especially like marriages. There comes a point when you feel that that person just doesn't love you, and there's no turning back from it. I feel like once you actually feel that emotion that your significant other just doesn't love you the same way, like they love you, but they're not in love with you, and they're letting you know there's no coming back from where, this place where we are right now.
Yeah.
That's at the point where you have to let it go. My mindset is fight until there's no more fight left, until you've exhausted the triple E's, exhausted every effort. That's what you have to do, and just fight for what you really, really want, and what you really, really want to hold on to, especially like if it's worth keeping for a lifetime.
Yeah, it is. But like, if the other person's not mutually feeling the same exact way that you are, like I'm not, I feel like to some degree that you would want to stick around and try to fight for it, but at some point you're just gonna be like, I'm wasting my time. Like you're wasting my time.
And once you've exhausted every single effort that you can, and there's still no change, and you feel that in your heart that that person doesn't love you, and they've already like made certain concessions in their life to kind of like back away, and to kind of like put that guard up and put that wall up, then I feel like it's over. But you should fight until you can't fight anymore. That's just what I know. That's just what I've always seen growing up.
Let me ask you this, like, in what case or scenario do you think that it would be okay for somebody to stick around into a relationship that they're not in love with somebody? Because I feel like I've seen it both ways. There are a lot of people out there that stick around or they stay in a relationship because of the sake, because of the sake of their kids. Like they really are unhappy with each other. They aren't in love with each other, but they stayed together because of their children. Like now today, there's more people that would say like, no, I don't do it. Like, I don't believe in that anymore. That's not what something I want to do is stick around to maintain a relationship with somebody for the sake of children, because now people are more inclined to just go off and be independent. They'd rather find their happiness than stick around and stay in a relationship where they're miserable or they're just not in a happy place to be around somebody else, or they're not in love with them. But in the same sense, I also see that there's a lot of people that maybe there's nowhere else to go, and they just maintain just a relationship in general, but they still go on and do their own things, and they live in the same house, like they sleep in separate rooms, sleep in separate beds, so on and so forth. So it's like, which one are you? Like, can you do that? Because some people are like, there's no way I could ever live in the same house with somebody that I once was in love with, but now like we're not together, that I can stay in a relationship, like we can be friends or have some type of relationship, so to speak, just because like, what is that you're holding on to? Yeah, that keeps you bound to that.
Yeah, I just feel like there's like multiple layers to this.
It's complicated, right?
It's very, very complicated, and I just feel like people fall out of love sometimes when you're in a marriage or you're in a long relationship. Sometimes people just fall out of love just due to just things that's going on in y'all lives. Other things become more important than making your partner happy, and then in somewhere in between there, you guys got in a unhealthy habit, and maybe y'all fell out of love with each other, but y'all still love each other. But now y'all just trying to figure out how to get back on that road again, where y'all are in love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People get redundant. People get complacent in their relationships and their marriages, and then it's like, damn. Now we in a bad place, and we didn't even know that we was in a bad place, but we are in a bad place because we just been doing things that we didn't even know that we were putting ourselves in a bad position and like growing apart, and we didn't even know it. And now it's like, damn, we like two different people, and now we're trying to figure out how to get back on one page. If both of them are in concert with each other to say, hey, we finna like try to figure this out and try to get back on that right path, get back on that right road. You fight for it until you can't fight for it anymore, until you just know in your heart and in your mind and your soul that damn, it's not working. It's not working. Love is worth it, you know? But like I said, it just depends on the two people really working to try to get back on that same common ground, which is falling in love again, feeling how y'all felt when y'all first met each other. So, but yeah, it's a very multi-layered question that you're asking.
I just feel like it just depends on who you ask and what the situation was in terms of why they did stick around. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what y'all think about that. Like, did y'all ever stay in a relationship when y'all wasn't in love with them, or you really just kind of stayed around to have a relationship and you weren't even in love with them anymore? Like, why did you do that? And if you did, like, what was the situation? Like, what kept you there to do that? You know, because I don't know. Like, I feel like some people might not leave a relationship out of fear. Like, they may think that, like, if they leave, like, they don't know what's going to happen if they go and be with somebody else. It's
the uncertainty of
you.
Sometimes you don't know anything else,
right.
So it's like, let me just try to figure out and work this out until it doesn't work anymore.
Y'all chime in and let us know what y'all think about that too. Should you or could you change who you are for your partner?
Yeah, I mean, just as two human beings, you're going to have to mold yourself to some degree. You have to find a way to mold yourself in a light that's in line with your partner. I don't feel like that you have to like sacrifice everything that you are.
Yeah.
But there are like compromises per se. Even if you talk to like a marriage counselor, they'll talk about, you know, you don't want to be a person that like sacrifice. You don't want to like sacrifice things, but you do want to be able to like compromise certain things. So I do feel like people can change for the partner. People, in order to make a relationship work, or to have like a lifelong relationship with a partner, you do have to change who you are to some degree.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. I don't think two people are put together and they just go together and it's just perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
There's like a give and take.
I do think that,
give.
But like, you know, when you come across people who like are the way that they, say for instance, you come across like a cute little old playboy that's been out there in the streets, you know, like he the finest thing out there walking around, and it's just like, man, like, yeah, you seen that he was with so-and-so and so-and-so and on to the next, and then he get around to you and you think that you gonna change him. Mm-hmm. You know, and maybe for like, you know, 5 minutes he shows you that, you know, he really into you and like, you know, maybe he can be faithful, but for real, it's like, you know what type of person you dealing with. You know you can't change him. You cannot change who he is inside.
You don't have any faith in us males, do you? You don't have any faith.
It could be the same. It could be the same with the woman, okay? Like, she could be the finest thing out there, okay? Yeah. Next to next.
And she always got like a whole bunch of friends and people that's always reaching out to her. She can always date. And
you always come across that one person that thinks that they going to get with somebody and change who they are.
Make it exclusive.
Yeah. And deep down inside, it's like, that's really who they are. Like, there's no way that you can change somebody that is the way that they are. Like, to me, I'm like, no, I don't want you to. I feel like I would want you to change and mold to some degree, but I absolutely would not want you to change everything about yourself to be who I want you to be, because then you're not your own person.
You're not being
like,
you. You're just trying to You're just trying to cater to somebody else's needs.
I want to fall in love with the person that you are. And love that person. Yeah, we have to compromise and sacrifice whatever it is, like down the road, but like I would never want anybody to change who they are for me. Like maybe some of their habits.
But that's the question, like, what do you want in somebody to change? When you say, will you change yourself for another person? I feel like, I mean, that's what people are doing.
Yeah, I mean, for the thing is that if you get with somebody and they don't change you for the better, make you a better person, like, and you're not making them a better person, then what are you there for? So to some degree, you are there to help somebody become the best version of themselves in the best way that you can possibly, you know, but there's levels to that, right? So to some degree, yes, you are changing, because change is everlasting. Like there's always going to be something about you that that changes over time, even with, with age. We've,
Right.
we've conversed about that. That's just what happens. People change, things
Absolutely.
change, jobs change, shit changes, but
So you're just talking about some traits or habits, but when you talk about like changing, are you talking about like changing somebody's like core beliefs? Like I like you don't want to be a person that I feel like I got to try to change your core beliefs or who you
like that
foundationally
part,
are.
that part,
Okay.
that's what I'm like if you are, like religious person and like that's who you are, and it's just like every time I say something to you, your response to me is something religious and that type of thing, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't stand that that's what you do, and it's just like that's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that is what I'm referring to. I'm like, absolutely not. Like don't change me if that's what it is that I believe in, that's what's in me, that's what's instilled, that's what's ingrained, that's what I grew up on, like that type of thing. But in a sense, it's like, there are things that are ingrained in us as people just because that's how we grew up. But as we grow, we change. And as long as that evolution of what that change is for you is still suitable to me, then I'm okay with that. But I wouldn't necessarily feel like, me personally, I wouldn't want someone to change for me because they're not going to change for me. I would want them to change for them, but don't do it for me.
Right, but the thing about it is, if you're pointing something out like a flaw, a chink in my armor, something that I can work on for me to be better, then I feel like that's where the win-win is at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's gonna be a reflection on you because you're the one that's like pointing it out to make me be a better person.
Agree.
And then on the flip side of that, that's what's gonna make you feel better about the relationship, about where we're going in life, just moving forward.
Right.
But I understand exactly what you're saying as far as like people's like true core beliefs, who they are foundationally.
Yeah.
That's not what you're trying to change.
Yeah.
You want people to change for the better for themselves, so it'll be a better reflection on you too as well.
That's what I mean when I say like I want somebody to be able to make me better. Like if we can make each other better, like if you get with somebody, the whole point and purpose of being in a relationship with anybody is so that somebody can make you better than who you are. Mm-hmm. So you can be inspired to be something better than what you were yesterday, and continue that drive, like somebody to push you, somebody like.
Absolutely.
So to some degree, like people are going to change you to some degree.
Right.
But when they change who you are, that's a different story.
Yeah. But in actuality, that is changing somebody, whether you're changing them, whether it's physical, whether it's spiritual, or whether it's mental, there's a change somewhere.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, the answer would be yes. You would want somebody to change for you.
Okay, well, yeah. The answer is yes. But like if you met me and you were like, no, you gotta lose 50 pounds and you gotta do I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
you gotta lose 50 pounds to stay with me.
Yeah, you got to be like this and you gotta look like this and you got like absolutely not.
Yeah, because those things are so cynical. Right. As far as like you gotta be I want your cheekbones to look like this.
Yeah.
Your face is getting too fat.
Your
nose,
your body needs to look like
ears.
this, and then you done went and did all these things. Like I know people who have done that, and it's like, man,
and still didn't get them anywhere.
And it never made them happy. Yeah. Like in fact, it made them miserable because they did change so much about themselves to make that other person happy. And at the end of the day, it was like, for what? Like because they still didn't love me the way that I wanted them to.
So really, the crux of this question should be, yeah, I want somebody to change, but I want them to change for the better.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nothing materialistic, but if they can change better mentally, spiritually, that's what I'm looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all chime in, like, let me know what y'all think about that. I know there's layers to that question once again, like how you want to consider change.
It's a lot of different ones.
So I guess yes would be probably everybody's answer when you put it into that perspective, but then it sounds bad.
Change should be good. It shouldn't be change where it changes for the worse. Okay. But it always should be progressing and getting better and better every day.
Agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I like what you said though. That was really good.
Is it better to be single or in a relationship? Pause. Don't say the wrong thing.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's definitely better to be in a relationship than to be single.
I think so too.
Yeah. I just feel like just as a human being, just us as humans, that's what we were put on this earth to do.
Yeah.
To find somebody that's not, that is somewhat of a reciprocal of yourself.
But if you ask somebody that's single and that's outside like that, they're gonna be like, shoot, I love this life. What you mean? But at the same time, I feel like those people get lonely. Maybe sometimes they say it. They might say it every now and
again.
then.
Yeah, you probably have your moments where you're like, man, I love being single, but those same people, because I have a lot of friends
who are single.
I have friends that are like, maybe they might be like a few years younger than me. That sit around and say all the time that, man, I wish I could have somebody. I wish I could have what you have.
Yeah.
And when somebody tell you that lets you know that, man, damn, I got something that probably most people really, really want to have but don't have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be single, not at the age I am right now.
Yeah, I think I would say the same. I think the majority of people in general, like they naturally just want a better half, another person to tell all their stories to, somebody that can relate to them on multi levels, like all their weird quirks and stuff that accepts them and that they can really share life with. Like I think that's more than anything is that
someone that you can go do things with, see parts of the world that you never seen before, and just experience things that, when you get with one particular person that just knows all about you, you've told them about you, they know everything about you, they know what time you wake up, what time you want to go to bed, they know what your favorite food is, they know things that you don't like to eat, like somebody that just knows you like the back of your hand. That's the person that you want to try to live your entire life with, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, and people that I know that are single would probably say the same thing, especially when those little Valentine's days, Christmas, like holidays and stuff roll around, and all they do is go to their mama's house, because that's how they go to the mama's house, the relative's house or something like that to spend time with family. And it's just like, man, like I'd give anything to have a man or to have a husband or somebody to be around to that can relate to me, that can understand me, that can entertain me, that we can entertain each other, that we can tell each other secrets to, we can share just life with. I think that more than anything, like there's always somebody that changes everything for you in terms of like how you feel about love and how you feel about life, how you see things, like, and then when you meet somebody that really just truly will blow your mind just in terms of like how they think and hearing what they say and how they put it, and I never looked at it that way, or I never seen it that way. Like it just opens your eyes up to so much once you have that experience, or what that feels like. Like that is something I feel like is very special, and a lot of people really look forward to having in life. Like they really want that. And
you have a lot of people, that might have had that, and for some reason they lost that, and now they're single, but they could still tell you that they still want to find that. They still need that. Yeah,
but then you got some people out there that are the bitter singles that are like, hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
I would never, ever get I don't want another wife. I don't want a girlfriend. I just want transactions. Okay? Yeah. That's it.
And you might have had people that just went through a very, very bad experience.
That's what I'm saying. That would never, that are like, hell to the no. Like never.
Right. But they can, but I feel like they can tell you that, but they have their little innocuous moments when they sitting around. They're just like, damn, I wish I just had somebody.
Yeah, but then when you think single, it's like you don't have to report to anybody. You don't have to explain nothing. You can go do what you want to do. You can come in the house when you feel like it. You can do whatever you want to do. Freedom.
Yeah, but
freedom.
And freedom is good, but again, I just feel like at some point in time, it's just like, well,
I think it gets old.
I just feel like at some point it just gets old and redundant, and you're gonna want somebody. At the end of the day, you're just gonna want something deeper. You're gonna want something deep, like the abyss.
Why you gotta make your voice sound like that? What the hell?
Like you trying to go there, like you just need somebody to take you on a way deeper level than just transactional, just like you said.
You'd be surprised, though. There are people out there that just love their independence.
And they may be okay
love
with it.
To be okay. Like they're okay with just being by themselves. Like I think sometimes they might where it might hit them where I'm like, dang, I wish I had somebody. But then those same people are like, I like the fact that I can do what I wanted. I can splurge on myself. I can be selfish with myself and not care. Like I don't have to take care of anybody. I don't have to be responsible. I don't have to report. I don't have to. There's so many things that you don't have to do being not in a relationship or being a single person than you would if you were in a relationship. So I really think, some might beg to differ on that. They're gonna be like, heck no. Like
there's a percentage of people out there that's okay with it.
I don't think I'll see myself getting with anybody or even trying within the next 10 to 15 years because I love me and me only.
Hey, then,
there are people that are like that.
Then love on yourself the best way that you can and forever.
Yeah, but
who gonna take care of you when you're old and gray?
But then once you get to a point where it's like, okay, now I could probably settle down with somebody. It's like,
then it's too late.
Nah, you don't live like you don't have all your fun times, your crazy nights, your fun nights, your happy days.
Yeah, but what is all that worth though?
I mean, everything. If you lived it up to the fullest, and then you decide to settle down with somebody, and it's like, she just wants the house and kids, and it's like, shit, I done lived at this point. I done did everything that everybody wished they could have done had they been single for as long as I was, until I got to my point of now
happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on your perspective and what you deem happiness. Some people deem happiness being with somebody else, and then some people deem like true happiness is being able to like fulfill everything that you wanted to fulfill as an individual by yourself, and then take on making a relationship with somebody else, and then spending the rest of your life, and then creating new memories and just creating a whole new life.
Yeah.
So it just depends on your perspective, because I feel like some people want to be able to grow old with somebody rather than meet somebody when they old.
I'd say the majority, but then like when you start thinking about it, it's like people who live that life. Because you got people out there that do very well for themselves and feel like every person that they might have come across has tried to take advantage of them. So they don't look at trying to be in a relationship because people aren't in a relationship for the right reasons with them. So it's precautionary. They forget it. Okay, y'all, we're going to wrap it there. Y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think about this down in the comments section. Okay, we tried to keep it short this time. Hopefully y'all got something out of this and enjoyed this as much as we did.
Every time we come here, every time we sit down, every time we talk, I take something from it.
Yeah.
Every single time, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, same here, y'all. So, y'all let us know what y'all think about this. Hug your babies, kiss your loved ones, pet your dogs, y'all. I love y'all so, so much for everything y'all do for us. We could not be any of what we are without any one of y'all. And for that, we are truly, truly thankful.
Yes, ma'am.
And shoot, if ain't nobody else told you. Oh, before I say that, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from AsiaandBJ. And if y'all are listening to us on the streaming platforms, make sure y'all hit that download button. Leave us a review, y'all. Let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section. Share us with a friend of a friend. Tell somebody about us, okay?
All
Send them on over here, okay?
All of that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, y'all. And if ain't nobody else told y'all, I love y'all so much, and we're going to see y'all in the next episode, y'all.
Absolutely. Peace and blessings, y'all. Y'all take it easy.